I'm looking at Cuz's Nidalee, and I have not seen that lose.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to go towards. Cuz in a matchup that is very winning for Nidalee, one of the main reasons why we saw a return even pre-faded Ashes back at MSI.
For game number 2 is a relatively likely story. KT utilizing the Braum early game to try and get a little bit of extra power as Kwangdong Freaks wanting to deny.
And is a little bit low.
Yeah, Cuz going to come down, see whether he can collect his gold. In goes the Rakan. Beryl shows him the door, though. Stand behind Braum, not necessarily doing too much here, as let's see whether they can protect him. The answer's no. Leaper taking a fair bit of damage, but Deft is not with enough to get anything back. And that is first blood. Beryl already on the floor. Absolutely. This is certainly feeling like it's more about the Kwangdong Freaks and their ability to try and make their place in the playoffs known.
Perfect.
All right, perfect. Looking for an angle here. Does find the Shuriken onto Cuz. They take a couple of these grubs, and it looks like KT are just going to back away after that. Kwangdong Freaks come down. They will be able to secure the last one.
Yeah. Safe bet. Don't have ult on Pyosik, and I think that finding, isolating, killing an individual target is what makes you have a shot in that 3v3.
As Pyosik has already started off this dragon. Cuz going to at least throw a spear at it. Pyosik going to have to get out of here, but may have just leashed this one for the Kwangdong Freaks. As Grand Entrance does connect, Deft able to get out of the way of a fair bit of the damage. As the ulti does come through, Beryl's going to flash as Bulldog looks for the Q, doesn't get it. Spear also goes wide. As Kwangdong Freaks will have to give up this dragon for now. Pyosik in the area. Cuz turning back up once again as this battle for the dragon continues.
You cannot do this. You don't have cryo.
All right. Well, Spear going to connect onto Deft. He might just need to vacate the area as BDD is moving over. Bulldog going to have to go back as the Glacial Prison goes wide. KT might actually be able to get out of here, but they're not actually going to be able to fight for the dragon. So that is finally going to go over to the Kwangdong Freaks. KT trying to get Andal out of the area. Cuz on a bit of a flank angle here as the teleport comes in. Andal in a bit of trouble. The knock-up comes down and Andal is just wiped off the map. Now Bulldog, he's come on in, he's unbound the soul, and that is going... Speaking of souls, the Swift Rift after the Drift Rift, you love to see it.
Huge gold lead, but that alone was not enough. And if they get access to the Herald, I think that Kwangdong going to be looking towards the mid lane turret. I don't really think that KT is in a position to contest this.
Yeah, they have one of the ultimates back up and available. The Glacial Prison is going to be there, but Cuz should just be able to take Shelly down. There it goes, pokes her in the eye, and is able to take this.
The Baron, not the Baron, the Herald.
Yeah, the Herald recall.
Access to that, as well as a little bit of extra out of combat movement speed.
It's pretty cute. Feels like a barrel item. The guy loved Moby Boots, so it does make some sense. Of course, secured. KT, like we were talking about, their turret doesn't instantly die. However, it is very, very close. Sort of just waiting for Leaper to be able to take that one down. Beryl making his way back out to lane. And we're getting slowly but surely towards these 2-item spikes, but we're not there yet for KT. So they will lose this turret in mid lane. And that gold lead, 3,000 gold now. It is steadily really, really like that. You know, the experiment was taken here by KT to leave it up. They were punished for that, and that gives you power in the next draft. KT still with a fair few tools. All right, there's the flash forward. Okay, Beryl. They are going to be able to get the stun, but Bulldog does create enough space. Big one, not enough to create that one. A good friend Dale Kerrigan, one of his phenomenal films. But I digress. This top lane out of turret, not going to die just yet. There is quite a bit of defense. And Cuz is looking to just take the first Cloud Drake of the game. Grand Entrance going to connect here onto Pyosik. He is pretty tanky. I believe an Equalizer was just used to clear out that wave as well, and that is going to delay even further. And so Cuz, utilizing this extra time that he has been bought by that Equalizer's use on the top side of the map to guarantee that this Drake does go down. And the smoke and mirrors being utilized beautifully. Bulldog going to have his red buff denied, unfortunately. And by his red buff, I mean KT's red buff.
Still, Nash definitely a little bit slower, and we do see the poke coming through here.
He's going to connect onto Beryl. He hasn't used the door just yet. Does use it there as the Glacial Prism will connect. And Andal just explodes once again. The spear not going to land as now Bulldog looking for the angle. They get on top of Pyosik. He flashes, but it's not enough. Deft trying desperately to keep himself alive, and he's going to burn down to the godlike Equalizer from the Durumble Oh my goodness, they just execute all of them. And that should be a free Baron. Andal for 5.
That was just sustains off of the wave.
Oh, that is completely nuts. He just cleanse flashes, even hit by the shuriken, and then just decides he's not even going to shoot it. Cover me, cover me, cover me is what he was yelling. Behind both KT and BNK. And so we'll be able to equalize in that wins column.
Also, we'll pull ahead in game score. Actually, be 4 games ahead if they get to 2-0.
Yeah, there's the grand entrance. Equalizer goes down. It is melting them. The barrel is going to fall, but there is the exhaust a bit late onto Perfect, who was already able to take down Andal. But Andal is very happy to die in these fights because they still win them even after he falls down. So a 2-for-1 trade in favor of the Quandong Freaks, and they will be able to continue pushing. Baron be damned.
Oh, maybe a trap.
Oh, Dudu. Equalizer going down. Perfect just going to flash. So flash for Equalizer coming on through, and the Equalizer's cooldown is not very large, but the Baron is up.
No, like, look at it. Like,
Yeah,
it's level 17.
almost, yeah, it's almost up again.
There's still, oh, that's a bit risky, to be completely fair. Perfect doesn't have flash, but he does have his ultimate. They're gonna see this now.
True Shot Barrage actually pretty valuable there as well, as Beryl going to get tagged. And Andal, he's out of the fight already. Quandong Freaks at 50% health as far as these 4 champions are concerned.
100%.
Yep, KT going for the Hail Mary, and you can understand exactly why. Teleport's going to come in. That ultimate still not up for Dudu, as the stun's going to come down, but the ulti is buffered from Bulldog. The ulti goes to Narnia from Pyochik, and down goes the Corki, and so much of the damage is cuz it's just Battle Kitty tearing them apart, and Bulldog, he just win. What? It's an ace for Quandong Freaks, and they're going to win the series. The back line. How does that even work? Okay, they're just gonna funnel in. This is Quandong Freaks with a 2-0 over KT. Look at that. The Equalizer goes down. Dude didn't even have it for the fight. He didn't need it. He got to burn the Nexus with it.
And a heartbreaking 2-0 here for KT, but Quandong making an absolutely colossal step.
Against this man here today. CV Max, you can see, look at that. So proud of his boy in the mid lane. Extremely animated is CV Max, just in general. I think he's just excited about how he was playing.
That's a perfect KDA on the Yone. And we haven't even talked about Dudu yet. Gets Rumble and shows us why that shouldn't be a thing, Atlas.
I mean, victory. Looks like those Feral Druid buffs really did do a lot of work with the extra AoE damage that he was capable of. Really beautifully done there from Cuz. And he's not allowed to get Nidalee. This guy is so incredible.